Well, Pinball fucking FX3, table 41 review. And as you can hear, I've got the music turned off, which gives you an idea that this is going to be a Star Wars based table.
My collection.
Now, if you saw my last video where I was showing high scores and somehow have avoided falling into a coma, you'll have seen that I was considering one of three tables to do. I told you what two of them were and forgot to mention what the third one was. Well, the third one is
Star Wars Pinball, The Last Jedi.
Yep, The Last Jedi. Which means that at some point I've got to talk about the film. Now there is already a gameplay video of me having a what seemed like a semi-okay go at the time, where I scored, I think it was 133 million. As you can see, my
single player and hot seat.
My high score has gone up somewhat, 848 million. I will not be getting even remotely close to that in this review. So let's load her up. Now you'll know that there, you know, if you've seen the gameplay video, you'll know what the music is. Without it, it does seem rather boring, but you know, I just can't be asked to deal with fucking Disney lawyers and their ridiculously over litigious nature. So yeah, I'll just turn the music off. So right, well, let's get a go underway. Anyway, we'll just have yeah, we'll just have one go of it for now.
Focus.
Fucking what? So I'll start by just hitting the centre there, and straight away we get to choose a scene. I will go to the
I've seen this raw strength only
island
once before.
scene.
It didn't scare me enough then. It does now. It's time for the Jedi to end.
I need help. I need someone to show me my place in
Now
all
this table
I have to show me how I
is,
can
to
use this
put
power
it
within
mildly,
me.
pretty fucking drain happy, and it is, yeah, that doesn't really do a lot as far as
I need someone to show me my place in all
improving
this.
its
You have to show me
popularity.
how I can use this power within me.
So
It's
anyway,
time for the Jedi.
I have to hit all
to
the
end.
flashing
I can't believe
lanes,
it.
but
You're
no,
losing
fuck
men.
off.
Finally, we're not done yet.
Now, one thing
We're
this
losing
table
troops.
does, in fact both of the Last Jedi tables do, even though I've lost the ball, the mission doesn't end straight away. The mission is still going, and it keeps on doing this. It also keeps on fucking sending the ball out down the side lanes. So now the mission is over, because it timed out. And even though I didn't complete it, the game still treats it as mission done. It only gives you one stamp at each mission. So we'll fire away up to the centre again, choose another scene. We'll do the ground attack.
The first
This
order
one's
is here.
a bit
Retreat. Close the
chaotic.
gate. Walkers. There are too many of them.
It's easier to just sort of try and watch the action than having trying to explain it, because as you can perhaps see, it's pretty chaotic stuff here. Because I'm having to try and play it in all of the various
Trapped in here. Find a way out.
fucking, what do you call them,
Found the exit. Let's
the
go.
two tables, because
Resistance just got stronger.
it is effectively
Unacceptable.
what the game
losing troops.
is, to what this table is two tables in one, except Why the fucking hell? I had another ball still active.
They are losing men, finally.
So even though I had a ball active, it's saying that was
We
it.
have to start the evacuation right now.
Let the resistance transports leave the planet.
Alright, so for this one, yeah, you destroy
Watch out, TIE fighters on our
TIE
tail.
fighters by hitting the centre. If you hit the bumpers, you get
Jedi.
the transports active.
Transport is ready
There
to
you
go.
go.
Cover it.
And then you have to hit the right lane, like that one, to get the transports away.
Watch out,
Don't do
TIE
it in
fighters on
time
our tail.
and they get blown up. As I was about to demonstrate there, because I thought I'd fucked up. So we'll shoot another
Transport is
couple
ready to go.
of
Cover it.
TIE
That's it.
fighters. And the ball goes fucking out again, which I think is
Single
game
player
over.
results.
Fuck off. And now we're going to wait fucking ages for it to come up with the score. Fuck
Single
it,
player
right.
and
So,
Wipe out the resistance once and for all.
yeah. That go seemed to be over pretty fucking quick. Which is what happens most of the time when you play this
only
table.
once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now. It's time for the Jedi to end.
So we'll try again, hitting the flashing fucking lanes.
I need help. I need someone to show me my place in all this. You have to show me how I can use this power within me.
Circles now, yeah, I gotta get
I
it
need
right
someone to show
there.
me my place in all this. I need help. You have to show me how I can use this power within me.
Bollocks.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Didn't want to send it back down though. There's only one flashing lane left, I think. The ball lock is active. No, don't send it that way. And time's up, I think. Yep.
I won't tolerate failure.
Fuck off. And there we go, straight down the
cannot be.
fucking side
Losing
again,
men, finally.
which is what this table does a hell of a lot.
The resistance just got stronger.
Hit the ball around that particular loop there enough times, and we'll start the video walker mode. Here we go. So this, you just move the aim left and right. It fires automatically as soon as it's in line. So, you know, in that regard, it's not so difficult. Once 5 stormtroopers escape, the mode ends. A lot of the time, it will put troopers in places where you've really got no fucking chance of getting to them in time. Right, so next one that escapes, that will end this mode. I managed to hit a fair few, but yeah, that last one was never going to get anywhere. So now, as always, it very helpfully has the graphic going right in your view. I still want to try and lock this ball. There we go. Right, so ball 1 is locked. Start another mission. So let's try that fucking ground
First
attack
order is
one
here.
again.
Retreat. Close the gate. Walkers.
But once
There
you've
are too
done
many of
all 6 missions, like I say, it considers the mission completed even if you don't actually succeed. It will then reset them and you can do them all again, except this one. You only get 1 stab at doing this mission. So if you fuck it up like I am at the moment, yeah, then good luck.
We're trapped in here. Find a way out.
So now
Doesn't need any more
we need
Jedi.
to find the
We're losing
exit.
troops. Here's your reward.
It's
You
the
earned it.
by hitting the flashing lanes, which I'm spectacularly failing to do. another one. There we go. So there are still some more I can hit, but I now only have the one ball. In fact, there are plenty I can still hit, but yeah, I can't currently aim for shit. There we go. Right, there's another one.
Found the exit. Let's go.
They got some reinforcements, sir.
Alright, let's see if we can start another story mode.
This world doesn't
It's not
need
exactly
any more
difficult to
Jedi.
start the story modes. I mean, that central
We're losing troops.
area there, yeah, you can't exactly miss it. Right,
We
we'll
have
do
to start the evacuation
mode
right
again.
now.
Don't let the Resistance transports leave the planet.
The transport is ready to
Right, so
go.
hit
Cover
plenty
it.
of bumpers that
Watch
time.
out. TIE fighters on our
I'm sure
tail.
that ball was going to go straight out. And there's more, but I'm taking a long time. Yeah, so one's got away,
Supreme Leader.
another one's away. Yeah, hitting the centre is fine.
See the Resistance
If there are
again
TIE
anytime
fighters there
soon.
to be hit.
Watch out.
But,
TIE fighters on our tail.
Okay, so that's that transport
transports
away.
got
Another
away.
TIE
Great job,
fighter
everyone.
away.
The resistance just got stronger.
So the extra ball's lit. I've got to hit the fucking thing first. I also want to keep hitting that central pillar up here. It does eventually start. There we go.
Stay sharp.
So I'm catching Phasma, grabs hold of it,
Alive.
and now it's a lot easier to lock additional balls up there. And once 4 of them are locked, then the Phasma multi-ball starts, and there are a huge number of points available for that one. If you can get it started. Right, so the silencer multi-ball is started. Again, there are plenty of jackpots available here, but a lot of them are quite low scoring. You have to actually hit fucking whiny emo cunt shit in order to actually get the big jackpots, which is, as you can already tell, hitting the centre lane when the
Doesn't need any
TIE
more
fighter
Jedi.
is in the right position. There we go. So that was still a bit of a shitty jackpot total as well. That's that mode is over. Another scene.
We better split up.
Can't
DJ,
remember
take
what it
BB-8
is.
with you. Rose, we can get away with these fobbyiers.
Right, so again, hit the flashing lanes to escape on the fucking Guardians. What a shitty name that was for whatever those fucking things are
I
meant
want
to
to know
be.
everything about the Force.
Okay, I didn't think it was going to bring it down here. I've now got basically 2 modes running at the same time.
Breathe.
Faster!
I hit the wrong lane that time. And
You lost something.
go
You're
straight
losing
fucking out.
men, finally. We're not done yet.
Oh yeah, I got the extra ball, didn't I? The skill shot really is fucking pure luck. There's no skill involved in it at all.
Sir, we got one.
Get it, there we go. Right, so the second ball is locked for the old plasma multi-ball.
Losing them!
Yeah, I think
They
that's
got some reinforcements, sir.
that's that story mode over. Start another one. Or not. There we go. So I've only got 2 left. Right, execution. Again, it's the usual thing. Hit the flashing lanes.
Captive to me.
Remember me, Phasma?
Welcome back, FN 2187. Whatever you're planning, it's not going to work.
You may have noticed actually that some of the voices don't really sound a great deal like the particular characters from the film, especially Luke Skywalker. Again, I can't really see where the ball is going on that end lane there. One more fucking lit lane to hit. It's not there. I think I'm going to do it. Not at this fucking rate, oh, you cunt. Oh, I thought that was going straight fucking out. Well, that last lit lane has moved, where I was constantly hitting it all the time, but now, no, I can't fucking hit it there at all. Now, there you go. It's moved again. Right, another lane I used to hit all the time, but now, no, can't fucking hit it if my life depended on it. There we go. And now it's started up another load. And I get a lot more for it this time. Oh, fucking hell.
The resistance just got stronger.
And that's that mode ended. I think it timed out.
Get the hell out of here, BB-8.
There we go. So now it's the final.
More Jedi.
More resistance scum.
Yes, this is the final mode in the missions. And once this ends, that is the achievement of this table done. You have to do all of the main like story missions. And it's not, well, as I've shown, it's not the most difficult achievement in FX3. Fuck it, all these lit lanes, and I keep hitting the same fucking ones, if I hit anything at all. Ah, here we go, getting something out. Oh, not really. What the fuck was that? Oh, I've just got to hit one.
Finally, we can go.
They got some reinforcements, sir.
Good.
Right, so that would mean then if I didn't already have it, I now have the achievement. So now if you start a mission, it should give you the choices all over again, apart from mission 5.
This world doesn't need any more Jedi.
We're losing troops.
There we go. Ah, scene 5 is back.
The First Order is here. Retreat. Close the gate.
Oh yes,
Walkers.
I remember now.
There are too many of them.
This is the only time you can do it, but all the other missions, no matter how many times you select them, they stay in the options, they don't disappear.
Yeah.
So you can just keep doing whichever one you are best at, unless of course the one you're best at is this. So anyway, let's get on with the review.
Trapped in here. Find a way out. I found the exit. Let's go.
I want to know everything about the Force.
Graphically, it looks fine.
You have to feel the Force around you.
It's certainly an unusual table layout.
Resistance just got stronger. All right.
But, I mean, it works. when it's not being fucking ridiculously drain happy. The trouble is that happens a hell of a lot, and it makes the table fucking frustrating, to put it mildly. In terms of audio, well, the music is the standard Star Wars fare when you can hear it playing.
Just breathe.
The voice acting is okay, but a lot of them only sound very slightly like the characters they're supposed to be. Trying to get the ball into that fucking
This world doesn't need any more Jedi.
trying to get it back up there again.
The resistance got weaker, sir.
Fuck off.
I will
There
lock
we
you
go.
up
Right.
by myself if I have to.
One more in there, and we were all set for the old Phasma multi-ball. It looks like it was about to start. Which one did I do all right on?
I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
One thing I do like about this table is the fact that if you fuck up a mission, it doesn't end immediately. You can, you know, as soon as you launch the ball, the table just resumes from where it was when you lost the previous ball, which I like. As I say, the other table in the Last Jedi 2-pack also does that, and I wish more of them did. You fucking piece of
I
cunt.
can't believe it.
They are losing men, finally.
Well, I've got a decent amount of bonuses anyway, so I'm up to 250
We're not
million.
done yet.
I'm not even, well, I'm just over a quarter of the way
This
towards
world doesn't need any more Jedi.
getting a new high
They are
score.
losing men, finally.
Sounds like one mode is about to end. Don't know
Supreme
which
Leader
mode
will be
it was.
pleased.
We're losing troops.
I don't really want to start another story mode. I want to get that last ball locked for the Phasma multi-ball. There we go. Get in there we are.
Get you some practice anyways.
Now, if I manage to hit Phasma,
Intruders have
you
escaped.
fuck off. Yeah, if I manage to hit Phasma, you do score a pretty hefty jackpot. So anyway, 4-ball multi-ball, which means I'm hopeless at aiming. It's just a case of fucking hit and hope. Which is fine when they're down here in the main playing area, but when they are up in the mini play areas there, yeah, it's not so easy. Oh fuck it, I've just locked another ball up there. That's what I wanted to do.
This world doesn't need any more Jedi.
Well done.
The resistance just got stronger.
Oh fucking hell.
More
Oh
resistance.
fucking hell, so now I've started another multi-ball mode. So now the game is going to go a bit fucking crazy.
Here's your reward.
Managed to
You earned it.
shoot fucking whiny emo cunt there. And now it really is just a case of fucking hit no. I can't help noticing how many fucking balls went straight out the fucking, straight down the fucking sides. And look at that, you fucking piece of shit. So anyway, yeah, the table itself, it has the potential to be pretty
Seen
good
this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then.
if you can put up with the frustration of it constantly pissing
Someone
you
to show
off
me my place in all this.
when it's extremely drain happy, which, as I say, it is a hell of a lot.
You have to show me how I can use this power within me.
It's time for the Jedi To end. This world doesn't need any more
Oh,
Jedi.
fuck
I
off!
need help.
That's more like it.
The resistance got weaker, sir.
No!
So 326 million.
It's time for this game to end.
Yeah.
You have leveled up and
So I'm not going to bother putting my name with it.
upgrades.
Yeah, the upgrades are okay, I suppose.
Single player results.
Right, so
I will wipe out the resistance once and for all.
once more. I just realised I think I've got the camera in the wrong place, so you can't really see the skill shot very well. But the skill shot is a complete misnomer. It is a luck shot. But I think I've shown already quite a few of the features on this table, if not all of them. Although it does look quite complex, especially with its two mini play areas up the top there, it's actually fairly basic. The biggest challenge is to resist the urge to smash the fuck out of your PC, because the game is so frustrating when it keeps sending the ball down the left or right drain.
I need help. I need someone to show me my place in all this. This is
Fucking
not what I
sack of
hoped for.
We're
shit!
losing troops!
I knew you would come back.
They are losing men, finally.
You have to show me how I can use this power within me.
So I suppose I need to... Well, I need to, I suppose I should mention the film. I have seen it, lucky me. What do I think of it? Well, shock horror, it's a shit film, you know, but then it's a Star Wars film. You know it's going to be shit.
You have to show me how I can use this power within
There hasn't
me.
been
I
a
need someone
decent
to show
Star
me my
Wars
place
film
in all
made
this.
since 1980.
Jedi.
So you can't seriously be, like, surprised that, you know, a new Star Wars film turns out to be a fucking load of bollocks. For what is easily the longest Star Wars film made, there is an enormous amount of fuck all that happens in it. And yet, because...
This world doesn't need any more Jedi.
Well, yeah, because it is being lumped in with, you know, all the other Star Wars films. Although in any other context, yes, it's the film's a load of shit. By Star Wars standards, it manages to get up to the lofty heights of being merely instantly forgettable mediocrity.
We have to start.
I mean, there are far worse films, even within the fucking, even within, like, you know, the Star
Transport is
Wars
ready to go.
series.
Cover it. Watch out. TIE fighters on our tail.
Sorry, they've got plenty of transports there, but I can't fucking get any of them
See the
away.
resistance again anytime soon.
That's it.
Supreme Leader will be pleased.
So anyway, yeah, so I
Watch
think,
out, TIE fighters on our
yeah,
tail.
it may be a shit film, but by Star Wars standards,
All
it is
transports got
pretty
away. Great job,
mediocre.
everyone.
It's not, you know, anything horrendous, but it is totally forgettable. But of course, the
Resistance just got stronger.
the truly ridiculous thing about The Last Jedi is the reaction from the Star Wars Ultra.
Nice shot. Hit the troopers, BB-8.
I mean, there are plenty of bits in the film that I think are absolute bollocks. The worst scene, I mean, look at that! Could they have obscured the view any more? Anyway, for me, the worst scene in the film is the one that really nobody saw coming. I mean, after Force Awakens, you know, there were loads of people saying, well, this character,
This world doesn't need
you know,
any more
Snoke,
Jedi.
that sort of come from nowhere.
Resistance just got stronger.
It would help if we actually knew anything about him. And it would appear that the story writers have thought, oh fuck,
The First Order is
I don't know
here.
what to
Retreat.
say
Close
about
the
him.
gate. Walkers.
Oh fuck it,
There
let's
are
just
too
kill
many
him
of
off.
them.
So, you know, you're never going to find out about him now, because he's fucking dead anyway. Although I wouldn't be at all surprised if he does
The reward. You earned it.
show up again in episode 9.
Jedi.
More resistance scum.
But that whole scene is just absolute fucking horseshit. Earlier on in the film,
Find a way out.
you've got Snoke basically berating whiny emo cunt and saying, you know, you were defeated by, you know, a girl who's never held a lightsaber in her life. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. He's got a pretty valid point there. It does show that whiny emo cunt is a fucking useless heap of shit. And yet, whiny emo cunt later on, who was so shit that he got beaten by a girl who's never held a lightsaber before, is then able to kill Snoke with consummate ease. I mean, absolutely zero effort whatsoever. And then you get the...
We better split up.
One.
DJ, take BB-8 with you. Rose, we can get away with this.
Or what they called is Praetorian guards, and then obviously like attacking them with their whatever they fucking are.
Losing them.
Look like fucking, I don't know, look like cattle prods or something. And you know they're attacking, you know, fighting them off and everything else. And this girl who had never held a lightsaber before, and has barely held one since then, because she hardly did anything with it in the fascinating scenes on the Archto Island. So she sort of like joins forces with the cunt who was beaten by her and is therefore even worse than she is.
Reinforcements, sir.
I won't tolerate failure.
And between them, they wipe out the entire Praetorian Guard. So I have a theory about this. The Praetorian Guard are actually not there to guard
Fighters are on board.
Snoke. That wasn't their purpose. Their purpose there was that clearly they were so fucking useless they failed the stormtrooper aiming sort of course, so they were even worse at being able to fight than stormtroopers are. And as a result, they couldn't even be trusted to fucking stand the right way at a urinal. So they weren't there to keep an eye, you know, and guard fucking
Choose your father here.
Snoke. They were there so Snoke could keep his eye on them, because they were so useless, and he didn't want them hanging around, you know, being even more fucking shit than they already were. So by keeping them out of the way and in his throne room or whatever, yeah, he was a million times safer, as was basically the entire fucking galaxy, because they were completely, you know, just
This world doesn't need any more Jedi.
they were just being kept out of the sight of everybody. You're fucking hell. You fucking shitty.
Just breathe.
But, I mean, everything that is shit about The Last Jedi, and yeah, okay, let's face it, there is plenty, pales into insignificance compared to everything that is shit about the utterly fucking laughable response from the ultra nerds.
I want them alive.
And they're all reacting as if A, there's never been such thing as a shit film before. I mean, well, actually no, I'll come back to what I was going to say in a sec.
We got one.
But yeah, so they're acting as though they've never seen a shit film before. So, I mean, does that mean none of them saw Attack of the Clones? Does that mean none of them saw Phantom Menace? None of them saw Caravan of Courage? You know, etc., etc. While getting that one.
Remember me, Phasma?
Look back, FN2187. Whatever you're planning, it's not going to work.
Fuck off.
We'll see. Now, BB-8!
What the?
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's something! Right. And if you want to see just how fucking laughably over the top the Ultra Nerds' reaction to The Last Jedi has been, while you're on YouTube here, look up in the search bar, search for the phrase "Star Wars is dead to me," and see how many videos come up with that phrase in the title. You know, are these people so fucking, you know, devoid of any actual, you know, content in their lives that they feel that making a big deal of the fact that, you know, The Last Jedi was a shit film and stating, "Oh, Star Wars is dead to me." That's their idea of, you know, gaining sort of notoriety, becoming well known, is it, eh? Star Wars is dead to me. Fucking what? And they genuinely think that this is some, you know, real major big deal. You know, oh, I'm a Star Wars fan and I'm saying Star Wars is dead to me. Oh, fucking hell, that makes it, you know, a big deal. That makes me really something because I'm being so outrageous. I'm standing here or sitting here and saying that I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but now thanks to The Last Jedi, Star Wars is dead to me. Fuck off, you fucking living fucking shit smear. I mean, if that was their reaction to The Last Jedi, what the fucking hell would their reaction be if they watched the Star Wars Holiday Special? Well, no one's reaction to the Star Wars Holiday Special was ever along those lines of saying Star Wars is dead to me because I'm so fucking important and Star Wars is so fucking important to me. No, nobody said that about the Holiday Special. So, what, does that mean that they think it's good? Well, clearly it must be saying that it has something going for it.
I can move those rocks out of the way.
I mean, seriously, what a fucking bunch of wankers. And it just goes to show, yet again, that the worst thing about Star Wars by far is not just the fact that, you know, plenty of the Star Wars films are a load of shit. It's the ultra nerdy fucking fanboys who are just absolutely fucking unbearable. I do seem to be diverting a bit from the review of this table, but I did say that I was going to mention, you know, the film, so here we are.
Just breathe.
Finally, we can go.
I mean, last night, as you know, not last night, it was a couple of nights ago, I watched Hellraiser Judgment, the latest Hellraiser film. And I can tell you, you know, as if it's going to surprise anybody, that it is a fucking absolute stinking load of shite.
Feel the force around you.
They got some reinforcements, sir.
So, am I going to now sit here and say, oh no, well, Hellraiser is dead to me now, and and expect people to take it seriously? Because that's what the Star Wars fucking nerds are like. They not only expect people to take them seriously, sitting there saying, well, Star Wars is dead to me. But what's worse is the fact that people do take it seriously. And they all sit there and say, oh no, look, look at this, oh no, look at this poor cunt. He's a Star Wars fan, but now Star Wars is dead to him. Oh, fucking hell, aren't people a fucking bunch of cunts or what?
Just breathe.
Yeah, I mean, here's a little something for you to be aware of. Prior to The Last Jedi, there was such thing as a shit film. You know, I know there are plenty of Star Wars ultra nerds who find that hard to believe, despite the fact that they've all watched fucking Attack of the Clones.
The resistance.
But yeah, there is such thing as shit films. You know, the Last Jedi is not, you know, the first time that's ever happened.
You got an extra ball.
Oh, that's handy.
Come on then.
There we go.
I
Right.
could use some practice anyway.
Get the old Phasma. It just keeps fucking doing that. Sends it straight down the fucking middle. Again, the fucking drain happy fucking bollocks. Fucking hell. Right. Looks like I've managed to lock 2 fucking balls already, and I really didn't want to. Cunt. If I can...
They got
Oh,
some
fucking hell.
reinforcements,
Okay.
sir.
So,
Prepare to die.
this comes in handy, because if I can lock any more balls up in the Phasma area, I could get the Phasma Super Jackpot, which is pretty hefty. As it is, it looks like I'm making a complete fucking bollocks out of it, so I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, fucking hell.
Super jackpot.
Alright, I think actually I've got a lot fucking way more. You fucking piece of shit!
The power of the dark side.
Well, rather wasted those multi-balls there. And then it goes straight down the fucking side anyway.
Finally. We're not done yet.
They got some reinforcements, sir.
Skill shot.
It looks like I was going to say, it looked for a second there as though I still had a lit jackpot line. And anyway, I'm going to carry on with this rant here. If you are one of these fucking sad old cunts who is sitting there saying Star Wars is dead to me, right, it is a bit of a reality check. If you think episode 8, was absolute shite, what the fuck do you think episode 9 is going to be like? I mean, at the end of Last Jedi, it was very strongly hinted that it's going to be a load of fucking kids who managed to actually beat the First Order. And when you consider that it's now owned by Disney, yeah, that is very likely to be what will happen. It will be a load of fucking kids who do the fucking business. And even if you are okay with that, possible story,
The First Order is here! Retreat! Close the gate! Walkers! There are too many of them!
Right. What signs are there that it will be any good? All of the memorable characters, right? Well, yeah, okay, there could be loads of decent characters in episode 9. You've got Luke Scott. Oh no, yeah. We got Hans. Oh no. Well, you got Princess Leia. Oh, hang on, no, you haven't even got her. It was a real smart idea to give a recurring character role to an old age pensioner who's also a fucking big time junkie.
The resistance just got stronger.
Good.
Okay, so all the great characters, or I say great characters, the classic characters.
You would come back.
You have C-3PO, because he's always great. You've got Chewbacca, whose dialogue is always a fucking winner. And you've got R2-D2, another one, the master of the great dialogue there. And that's it.
Choose your father.
Use the Force.
Alright,
Yes.
now I need to get the ball back up there again and free that captured one.
This world doesn't need any more Jedi.
More resistance scum.
So, okay, so all the classic heroes, characters are all out of it. But what about, the new characters? I mean, we've got plenty of classic new characters, haven't we? I mean, we got Supreme Leader Snot. Oh, no, we haven't. Well, we've got... Who the fucking hell have we got? I mean, alright then, it's a bit of a long shot, but you've got that Vice Admiral, fucking hell, I'll try that again. Vice Admiral, I can't remember her name, with the coloured hair. Vice Admiral, oh no, Mrs. Slocum or whatever.
They got some reinforcements, sir.
She said no, we haven't, because she's dead as well. Right, so... Well, okay, so as far as classic characters, you've got Finn, who spent 1.5 films... Oh, you fucking cunt.
It can't end like this. We're losing troops.
I think that's game over. So I got 4...
We're not done yet.
No, it isn't. All right. So yeah, so you got Finn, who spends 1.5 films running away from everything, and yet we're supposed to think he's great. You got Poe fucking Dameron, who is so American that I want to fucking just see someone shoot the
Show me
cunt.
my place in all this.
Not in the film, I mean in real life.
To end.
And then you got Rey. Great name for a character, that is. You can imagine the meeting there for that one, right? We want to come up with a new Jedi character.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
We won't give her a really memorable name. Let's give her the same name as somebody you would call up to fix the leaky pipe. Right.
I need help. I want to know everything about the Force. I need someone to show me my place in all this.
They got what they deserve.
We're losing troops.
You have to feel the force around you.
And then of course you got fucking whiny emo cunt, you know. Always looks like he's about to burst into tears every time he's on the fucking screen. I don't know. Is Adrian Edmondson still going to be in it, or is he fucking dead and all?
Breathe.
And the Empire, or the First Order, what you want to fucking call them, they built all these huge fucking ships, and they're all so fragile. They're blown up in no fucking time at all. Oh yeah, I mean you could say, oh well, at least we still got Captain Phasma. Oh no, we haven't got her. I mean, all of the fucking characters, they're just killing them all off. Who the fuck's left that's interesting? No one. I mean, okay, it could be argued that there were no fucking interesting characters in the first place, and I think you got a pretty good argument there. Fuck it,
I've
we'll
seen
do the
this raw
upside
strength only
again.
once before. It didn't scare me back then. It does now.
So yeah, all of you cunts who are saying that Star Wars is dead to you,
To show me how I
just
can
you
use this power within
fucking
me.
wait till episode
It's
9,
time for the Jedi to end.
and I'll be sitting here fucking laughing at you. Anyway, back to this fucking table. As you can see, a go can last a fair old while if you,
I need help.
well, either have some luck on your side or you're relatively okay. It's not for... oh, what a surprise. It's not for me to say that I'm decent at a game. But here I am, I've scored 472 million.
We're losing troops.
It's time for this game to end.
You have leveled
But
up
yeah,
this
it can be fucking frustrating when
single player
the game
results.
decides it's just going to be, constantly drain happy all the time, which it does a hell of a lot. It's not even close to being the worst table in Pinball FX3. It's not even close to being the worst Star Wars table in Pinball FX3. And on a good day, it can be pretty, interesting because of the unique table layout. So I will score this 6 out of 10, and so yeah, it's worth a look if nothing else. So there you go. That is The Last Jedi, along with a rather long rant about the film and the fucking brain dead cunts that watch it. So that brings this one to an end. We will be back with table 42 when I've decided which of the two others I'm going to do first. I'm sure you can't wait.